Alright YouTube, PaulMartinBelts back here again for a brand new video. This is going to be a detailed look at two of my newest Releathers. It's a NWA TNA X Division Championship, the Reggie Parks designed version, and a WWF Hardcore belt. This might seem an odd pairing for a video, and it is. The only reason I'm videoing them together is because they belong to the same person, so yeah. This is the first TNA X Division title I've actually releathered. I've been looking forward to doing one of these for years now because I love doing Midwest style. I love the cut to this one, and yeah, I've wanted to do one for a while, so I was glad to get the opportunity to do this. So I'll focus on the TNA X Division belt first and then move on to the Hardcore belt. So this is a 3-plater replica belt with logo plate and tips. So it's got Midwest style tooling. Obviously this belt originally was made by Reggie Parks, so I followed that style at the request of the owner. So my logo there, Midwest style tooling here, 2x8 snap box. I should point out I'm using the same camera that I did in textured big gold detailed video. It's a Canon 700D DSLR camera, so I'm still getting used to it. Not all that familiar with it yet, but hopefully I'm doing a bit better job in this video. So you can see there the first side plate. I'm a big fan of longer side plates when it's a 3-plater belt. It could have been a bit taller in my opinion. It would have looked maybe a little bit better, but because then the cut's really short and just kind of morphs into the strap end cut. But yeah, you can really see the tooling. Hopefully I can get a good shot of that around the edges here. Need to figure out how to properly focus this thing. There we go. So you can see the tooling there. Very detailed tooling, beveled edges, which I think came out really nicely on this belt. Okay, that's an awesome shot. Very happy with that. Love this camera, but hopefully these videos are acceptable and not shaky or anything like that, which they probably are because half the time I'm not looking at the camera screen, I'm just looking at the belt itself. So apologies for that. I enjoy really doing round cuts to belts. Don't get to do them as often as I'd like. This was actually the same, but the round cut at the bottom is awesome, especially when done with Midwest tooling, because it gives it a really nice look to it, so that's cool. Very happy to be able to do that. And again, wide cut Midwest style. They tend to prefer the wider cuts around the plates, which I also like doing on my custom belts and love doing it on replicas. So the tooling detail came out really nicely, and I hope it's coming out on camera as well as nicely as it does in person. Who knows? I'm not a cameraman or camera person, whatnot. So yeah, hopefully this is a decent shot of the edge beveling at the end of the side plates. I'm trying to focus it. I know in my old videos I always used to go focus, focus to the iPhone, but I was hoping that would be a thing of the past, and hopefully it will be once I learn properly this camera. You can see the edge beveling, logo plate tooling around the logo plate itself. Really sets off, creates a really nice effect when looking at the belt. Try to see if I can get any of that shine to really show it off. There we go. So yeah, beautiful belt. Really happy to finally have been able to do one of these. And again, Midwest style snap box, 2x5 female snaps. So you can see tooling around the tip here to really just set off the tip. It comes out really nicely. So yeah, should talk about the back as well. It's just a standard leather backing. One thing I was surprised was how few bolts there are on this belt. As you can see, the center plate has 7 and the side plates both have 4. As does the logo plate. I would have expected at least 2 more here, but yeah, it does feel like when I was putting this together, it kind of felt like it was going to break at some point, so I had to be really, really careful. Not that I'm not careful with everyone's belts, but some belts have a ton of bolts and it's awesome because you know it's not going to break. This one, ugh, I was panicking a little bit, but... And because TNA belts use the really small screws, which are bloody annoying. All releatherers hate them, and I know that for a fact. The leather came out really nice. You can just see how smooth it is, covering the bolts and the male snaps here, and of course leaving exposed the female snaps. Flexibility is awesome. You can see how much of the plate actually sticks out because the bolts are really all kind of centered. So the plate ends about here and there's no bolts anywhere near that. So my one critique of this belt, so this replica. But it is a beautiful replica, made even better with the re-leather, if I may say so myself. Strange design to some people. Never been a huge fan of the design itself, but I think it's in the eye of the beholder, so yeah. We'll move on to the hardcore belt now. So it really is a strange pairing, videoing these two together, but what can you do? I guess I could have videoed them separately, but that would mean having to do 2 videos. And what am I doing? Hardcore belt, yeah. I should point out I've not drawn on the WWF logo here yet, as I don't have a Sharpie handy. So I'm going into town in a few minutes to get a Sharpie to draw WWF here like it was on the original. So that's the only thing left to do on this belt. So I guess you could say it's not finished yet because it's missing 3 letters drawn on in a Sharpie. So wait for the criticisms to flood in. Some of the tooling will be difficult to show on this because it's stupid. You can see my logo at the end here, Paul Martin Championship belts. What am I doing with this focus? But yeah, Midwest style tooling. I actually loved how the tooling came out on this. I think it was some of my best work. And then I got to tape over it and spray it with paint and all that. I like how the spray effect came out with that. I'm not going to say how I did that because it's just so pathetically untechnical. I literally just sucked up leather paint in a straw and blew through the straw and it sprayed on it. So yeah, I do it technically, I do. It's fucking high tech. I've done one of these in the past, the re-leather of a hardcore belt, but this one I think, that one previously the owner wanted me to kind of trash it, for lack of a better word, to give it a ring used look, so it was all creased and all that. This one, the owner wanted it just to look like the hardcore belt, but be brand new leather, uncreased, unnut, and it actually came out really nicely. I thought it was going to look weird, all sprayed and coloured without any creases, but I like how it came out. I think it looks quite cool. The plates are always interesting. It's the most difficult belt to figure out where the plates go once you take them all off the replica strap. That took quite a while to figure out where all like these little ones went. And yeah, you can see the Midwest tooling around the edges. It's, like I said earlier, it's some of my best tooling on this one, and you barely see it because half of it's covered up with tape and paint and all that. There goes my phone. Got a Facebook message, and what are the odds we'll get a few more of those in this video. So yeah, the red paint really pops quite nicely. I think it looks quite cool. I don't know how to review a hardcore belt because I pick it up and it kind of flops into the center plate because there's nothing here holding any of it together. So the tape holds it together, and of course the fact it's bolted to the strap, but I can still fold it completely in half like at the center plate there. Continuing on, more tape, more plates, more red paint, and more awesome tooling that I'm quite annoyed that isn't going to be a focus on this because I was quite proud of that. Another Facebook message. The owner added a logo plate to this belt, which I suppose looks alright. I was tempted to ask him if I should break it, but then I just thought, why? I might be an idiot for asking that, but yeah. So the logo plate's in one piece, the only plate that is on this belt. More tape and snap box, 2x5 female snap box, as is most common on Midwest style belts. So you can see the tooling again around the tip here. The paints, I really like how this came out, honestly. I thought it was going to look ridiculously stupid at first. Yep, put my phone on silent. but I'm really happy with how it came out. I mean, I've done one of these in the past and I was hesitant about that and it came out alright, but this one I'm really happy with. So, leather backing, there's a bit of tape around it, continuing from the front. But here you can really see the array of screws. This, I think people are often surprised, these are the 4 logo plate screws, but then it's got all of these to hold all the separate plates on. There's even one under there, one here, one, I'm going to count these. Okay, 4 for the logo plate, I won't count those. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 screws. So finding where all of those went on the strap was a bit of a challenge, but in all honesty this was probably one of the funnest re-leathers I've gotten to do because it looks terrible, but I'm really happy with how it came out. So yeah, I think that's this video. That's all I can really talk about. I mean, we can look at the straps, compare them. What looks better? I actually prefer the Hardcore belt, weirdly enough. But yeah, I think that's really all I can talk about in this video. If you're interested in a re-leather, please don't hesitate to contact me. All the links you can do so, which, that doesn't make sense. All the links at which you can do that are in the description box below. So email me at PaulMartinBelts@gmail.com or message me over my Facebook page, Paul Martin Championship Belts, or over my website, PaulMartinBelts.com. It has a contact page that actually just links to my email, so yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a fun one to do these 2 belts. Never did a X Division belt before, re-leather before, and only my second Hardcore belt. So very fun belts to do. Hopefully I get to do more of these in the future. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.